The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Missouri Tigers offense will have the ball first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Caught close to the marker, it's forward. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Horn. They're working that left side. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute and put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
RPO complete to open the drive.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The give out of the gun. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Baker. Quarterback now breaking the field. Grab near the sticks, it's Miller. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Looking to pass, it's Horn. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Grabbed behind the line. It's Foreman. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Fires left. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just...
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Baker. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Horn. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll test the right side. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not enough for the first down. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. Lowers those pads. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on them.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Horn. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Snapped it in the shotgun. Using the quick game. And they swarm him under.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense.
Breaks into the open. Bust through behind his pad. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Easy completion on the shuffle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback.
Oh, it's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
On the ball, on the ball. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Horn. He's got it still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option to give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, This is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. With the catch, it's Thurman. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Gets it out fast. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Baker. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Baker. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give them the lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Off-play action on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Baker. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Rides to back and leaves it. Runs through the tackle. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Kick is in the air. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Kentucky. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hands it off. Nice move there. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Horn. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. There he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
They're dealing with a second and long. Finds his man. It's Gilmore. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Baker. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Quickly complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Gilmore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Quarterback looks for a little space. The Sneak scores it.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Horn. Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. No fall off from the noise or intensity from this crowd as we start the 4th quarter. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Breaks into the open. And the Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The RPO fired complete to the left. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Needing to move the chains, here comes Kentucky on 4th. Trying to keep the drive alive. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Manning. Oh, he's got some space. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Quick handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Horn. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 48. They pick up a 10 on the play.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.